First and foremost, guys, good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody is doing amazing. I want to talk this morning about a rookie mistake that you may be making, which is not having, good morning, Andrea, a profit plan for your business. And I've already polled, so I know without a shadow of a doubt, at least 80% of most entrepreneurs do not have a profit plan. Let me say this in writing. Let me say this, updated frequently for their business. And what's happening when you don't have a profit plan is you're leaving the money that you possibly could be making in your business up for grabs. It's mandatory. It is mandatory that you not only have a profit plan, but that it has the right components in order to make you successful, in order for your business to be earning what it should be earning. And if you're somebody and you're saying to yourself, hey, my business is not earning nowhere near what I wanted to earn, then it's probably because you don't have a profit plan. And that's super important in your business. And we're going to talk about that this morning. I do have a profit planning session coming up. Of course I do. In honor of St. Patrick's Day, bit.ly/Lucky Money 2024. Claim your seat for this profit planning session live. Make sure you go, make sure you grab your ticket ASAP, because here's the problem, guys. Unfortunately, good morning, everybody. When you don't have a profit plan for your business, what happens is you start to guess about your business money. And can anybody see why guessing about your business money is never going to get you where you really want or where you really need to be in business? Do you think that Walmart is guessing about their business money? They're not. Any company that you work for, they're not guessing about how much money their business could, would, should. And for some reason, the majority of business owners simply miss it. And it's really just a rookie mistake. You should not be starting any business at all, ever, if you don't start off with, how much money do I plan to make? This is what leads to number one, undercharging. This is what also leads to number two, not having a specific in writing plan for your business. So let's talk about that this morning. So first and foremost, you got to understand that the number one rule of business is that you must go into business with a plan to make money. I know you want to help people. That's great. And that's what you should be doing. If you're a business owner, you should be in business to help people. But unfortunately, if you go into business, you want to help people, you need to be helping yourself too. And the mass majority of business owners seem to forget that piece. And it's critical that you don't. It's critical that you don't forget that you're in business for a reason. You're in business to create legacy. You're in business to be able to free yourself from a job. You're not just in business to help other people. You're in business to help yourself as well. So if you don't have a specific profit plan, and I don't mean, here's another mistake we make. We say things like, oh, I want to make six figures. What is that? Because six figures runs all the way from $101,000 to $999,999. So when you say to yourself, I want to make six figures, do you have it, number one, in writing? The word says write the vision and make it plain. Somebody told me yesterday, I said, how much money do you make a year? They said, well, in my head, I'm making $300,000. And I said, well, that's where that money is going to stay. It's not at the bank. That money is not at the bank. You saying in my head This is what I want to make. But if you don't take the time to commit what's in your head to paper, that's exactly where it's going to stay, is in your head. So again, you're not in business to be cute. You're not in business just to run around talking about you a CEO. You're in business to make money, and you should never, ever, ever be embarrassed about that. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about that, because let me tell you something. Walmart don't feel bad when they selling you candy bars at the checkout aisle. Those infomercials don't feel bad when they selling you all them beauty products late at night. Everybody is selling you something. Why in the world would you feel bad for being a business owner? Why would you feel bad for taking your gifts and your talents and putting them out in the world? So make sure you grab a seat, bit.ly/luckymoney2024, because if you're leaving your money up to luck, and I know this is hard for you to hear. I know a lot of entrepreneurs don't want to hear it, but that's your problem. You don't want to know what the problem is in your business. And the problem just boils down to you're not making money because you don't have a plan. So number one, that's the first rule of business. Number two, a business is not a job. Is everybody listening to me? A business is not a job. You're not guaranteed to make money in your business unless you plan for it. At a job, you can just go and they're going to automatically pay you. They're not going to automatically pay you in business. It's just not going to happen. So when you don't have a plan to make money, then guess what? You're not going to make money. It is not brain surgery. It's not rocket science. When is the last time you got up in the morning and made you a plan to make money? And guess what? Making money is a habit. Just like going to a job is a habit, making money is a habit. And when you start to make that money, you're going to understand, oh, I could have been doing this all along. But it's not going to happen if you don't have a plan. Why is a plan important? A plan puts a demand on your business, right? When you have a plan to get married, you know eventually you're going to walk down that aisle. When you have a plan to lose weight, you know that when you follow that plan, you're going to start slimming down. When you have a plan to buy a house, you know that ultimately your goal is to move in. Why would you have a business and not have an in writing plan for what you plan to earn in your business? And I know it seems simple, but so many entrepreneurs, when I ask, do you have a business plan? They absolutely positively don't. And, you know, it's so unfortunate because the money is not going to make itself. How great it would be. And listen, this is not even about, so I'm going to free you. Anybody that's suffering from perfection this morning, let me free you. This is not about having the best product in the world, because there are people with amazing products that don't make money because they don't plan to make money. You're over there so busy trying to get your profit, your product just right, that you've forgotten that it's trillion-dollar companies selling products with problems all the time. It's car companies with recalls, phone companies with bugs. You're not perfect. Your product is not perfect, but it does not preclude your product or service from making money. It does not. It's a bunch of products and services that have problems out there, and folks still be buying them at a high rate of speed. So you got to understand, if you don't have a plan to make money, you need to get one ASAP like Rocky, because it's not going to change. Number 4, and I'm going to recap these in a minute. A plan means you mean business. Hello? A plan, it's not the title of, oh, I'm a CEO. It's not the title of, oh, I'm a business owner. It's none of that. It is, I'm here. I want to build this business. I want to create legacy. I want to build generational wealth. And therefore, I'm going to show up like I mean it. I'm going to charge like I mean it. I'm going to put my products and services out there on a daily basis like I mean it. And here's the thing, it's not your fault. If nobody has ever shown you what to do with how to create a profit plan, you don't have one because you don't know. So make sure you go to bit.ly/luckymoney2024 and grab you a seat. You don't know what you don't know. If anybody has never showed you how to make profits in your business a priority on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, it's okay. You don't know what you don't know. But that does not exonerate you from fixing this so that you can start to move forward in your business. So when you have a plan, that means you mean business. And there's so many business owners that are worried about everything but profit. I'm going to tell you another thing a profit plan will do. A profit plan will make you sit your behind still. A profit plan will make you stop going from thing to thing to thing trying to make money. That's why you're not making money. You got too many irons in the fire. Good morning, Miss Nita. Good morning, sweetie. Good morning, Nahila. You got too many things going on. So if you sit down somewhere and say, you know what, this is my profit plan. This is how I'm going to make money. I'm going to do these things. I watched a video this morning talking about making things happen. How do you create a habit so that things can happen? The number one thing he said was write it down. And number two was give it laser focus. Some of you are not giving these businesses, can I get an amen? Not giving these businesses long enough to bloom. Some of you are not giving these businesses long enough to start to make money. You started 1 week and the next week, good morning, Marvin Steen, when it ain't made no money, you abandon it. Or you don't get help. So you say, my business is not making money. And instead of you understanding that that is a critical flaw, instead of you understanding that is a problem, instead of doing that, you keep going. And I applaud, don't get me wrong, the tenaciousness. I applaud the resilience, but don't keep going down the wrong path. When the truth of the matter is, any and every business can make money, but are you putting a demand on the money? You know, number 5 is simple. The word says write the vision. When you don't have a profit plan, and you can grab a seat to my St. Patrick's Day profit planning session. I've done this session for as much as $1,000 live. You can get your seat for only $29. When you don't have a profit plan, it means you have a business, but no vision to make money. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, ouch. You did not start that business to stay in the position that you're in. And I don't care what kind of business. I don't care if it's a ministry. I don't care what it is. You did not start that business in order to stay where you are. You started that business to feed your family. You started that business to free you from a job. You started that business to buy your house or have some additional income. So whatever that reason is that you started that business, you've got to understand that when you don't have a vision for that business, nothing can come to pass. I don't know if y'all listening to me this morning. When you don't say to yourself, I have this business and I want to make X number of dollars by this day. When you don't put a demand on your earnings, that's why nothing happens. That's why it's okay for you to say, oh, well, my business didn't make any money last month. My business didn't make any money the month before. I hear so many business owners saying my business is not making money. When the truth of the matter is, if you got a business that's not making money, do you have a business? I don't know. Somebody heard that. And it's the truth. When you start writing your numbers down and you have to hold yourself accountable and you say to yourself, okay, yesterday, $0. Tuesday, $0. Wednesday, $0. Thursday, you start to say, OMG. Well, what's going on here? And it starts your mind thinking about, if I'm not making money now, what are the reasons I'm not making money? What can I do? You don't go to a job just to go to a job. Nobody I know would keep going to a job and not getting a check. But that's what you're doing in your business. If your business is not earning, that's the same as you going to a job and not getting a paycheck. Would you keep going? Absolutely not. Let me say it again for the cheap seats. Would you keep going to a job if you weren't getting a paycheck? And the answer to that is absolutely not. So why do you keep running a business that's not earning? And you got to put that same demand on that business as you put on that job. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about why every business must have a profit plan. And you don't just need a profit plan. You need one on a daily, weekly, monthly, annually, semi-annual, quarterly basis. So let me give you an example as to why that's important, guys. And if you want to join my St. Patrick's Day profit planning session, go to bit.ly/luckymoney2024. Let's just say you want to make $20K this week, or $20K this month. You got to say to yourself, if I want to make $20K this month, that's $5K a week. If I'm working 5 days a week, that's $1K a day. So say day one, you don't make your $1K. That means tomorrow your goal is $2K. And I know you hate to hear this, but at your job, they're not going to let you get away with not being profitable. So why would you let yourself get away with not being profitable? At your job, they would never, ever let you sit there and not do work. So why would you not work in your business on a day-to-day basis? If you understand what I'm saying, just say wow in the chat. If you get what I'm saying, there's no possible way that you could keep going to work and work at the rate of speed that you're working in your business. How many of you agree with that? They would have been let you go, sis. They would have been let you go, sis. Girl, first they gonna call you in the office, right? And they gonna put you on a pimp. Everybody know what a pimp is. A pimp is a performance improvement plan. Y'all know. Y'all been in corporate America before. A pimp is a performance improvement plan. The first thing they're going to do if you're not meeting your goals at your job is they're going to pimp you out. They're going to call you in and they're going to put you on paper and they're going to give you a warning. So for some of you, this is a warning that your business cannot stay in business if you don't have a plan to make money. Girl, you know I'm telling the truth. Good, look, if you do your business half the way you do your job, you'll be a millionaire in 3 years. I'm telling you, you would be a millionaire in 3 years if you ran to get to your business. Y'all not listening. If you ran to get to your business the way you run to get to your job, Let me tell you what I had to do. When I first started, when I left corporate America and I started working in my business full time, I had to treat myself like I still had a supervisor. Yeah, you got to play them Jedi mind tricks sometimes, okay? I had to treat myself. Girl, I had to clock in and clock out. Some of y'all not clocking in and clocking out in your business. When you start really writing down, come on now, how much time you working in your business, when you put yourself on a time clock, JKN Consult said, let me tie my edges down because you're trying to snatch my... But now, am I telling the truth, though? I'm just telling the truth, though. I'm just being honest. If you start running through your business like you trying to get a promotion, hello? Y'all know how y'all do when a promotion up for grabs? Start coming in early. Y'all know how y'all do it. Start coming in early, staying late, won't leave till the boss leave. Do your business like that. If you ever do your business like that, you would make money hand over fist in your business. You don't give up at work when things get hard. You got backstabbing coworkers. You got a boss that's jealous of you. Can I get an amen from anybody here? You got backstabbing coworkers. You got a boss that's jealous of you. They got blackouts for all the good holidays. You got to be at work on Christmas. You got to be at work. You be the first one there, the last one to leave. They always got you on some kind of project that they ain't paying you for. Come on now. Start treating your business like that job treats you. And you won't have no choice to make money. And you know, can I tell y'all a sad story about dropping dead at a job? One of my good girlfriends, her father, she said her father has been an entrepreneur since he was in his 20s, and this is why. She said that he worked at a factory, and everybody that came in at entry level. Hey, good morning, D. Morris. I hope you enjoyed your flowers, love. I'm thinking about you. So he said everybody came in at entry level. So he went into the factory sweeping floors. Y'all listening? And said one day somebody on the line died. And before, they said they didn't even stop the line, y'all. They pulled the man off the line where he was working, came and got him from sweeping the floors, told him you've been promoted, and put him in there in place of the man that the paramedics were still working on the floor. Your job does not care if you drop dead. Is that a wow for anybody? They don't. They don't care if you don't show up. They don't care if they're going to get rid of you if you don't do what you need to do. But if you start to treat your business with the same reverence, the same respect, the same resilience that you treat that job, you'll never work a job again in your life. JKN Consult said that's why she left her job as a nurse. She asked for a leave of absence and they denied it due to the needs of the hospital. Said she left that same day. You are replaceable. D. Morris said corporate isn't much different. In a week, they have a friend clean out your desk. So, guys, that's why I petition for you to not just have a business, but to have a profitable business. So it's almost fourth. Can you guys believe it's almost fourth quarter? Can y'all believe it's almost fourth quarter? It's almost fourth quarter. So if you're somebody that hasn't made the money that you felt you should have made this year, it's time to take action. If you're trending on making the same amount of money that you made last year, it's time to take action. Guys, this time is not your friend. Am I the only one that feels like this time is running? I feel like it was just January 1st yesterday. How many of you guys feel like that? I feel like it was just January 1st yesterday. And it's already March 11th. So if you're not on pace to make your profit goals for the year, go to bit.ly/LuckyMoney2024. Let's put your numbers on paper. Let's make it make sense. Get your snacks, your popcorn. We're doing it Monday night at 7 p.m. next Monday. So you got a whole week, but get your ticket now. Nobody says you have to make less in your business, but you do have to write the vision and make it plain. Let me tell you another reason that your business is not a job. We have been taught that we can only make a specific amount. And what we've been doing is we take how much we make and try to force it into how we want to live. How many of you do that? Go ahead and say me if I'm being honest now. You've been taught if you make $50,000 a year, you got to have a $50,000 a year lifestyle. This is the kind of car you can afford. This is the kind of house you can afford. This is the kind of school your kids go to. But as an entrepreneur, you're not put in that box like that. As an entrepreneur, you really can say, this is how much money I want to make, and you can go out and start to earn that money. As an entrepreneur, you're not stuck in a box with how much you earn. The world is your oyster. You can have it all if you want to. So stop putting yourself in a box. It is totally different. You got to put your entrepreneur hat on. You've got to put your earnings cap on. You got to start running your business like it's a real business. How many of you agree with that? How many of you agree with that? Do you have a real business if you don't have a plan to make money on paper? Let me ask you a question. How many of you, good morning, Dream Sensation Travel, how many of you do not have a plan every day to make money in your business? Thank you, Trina, for being honest. How many of you, and I talked about this yesterday, so I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, you're not waking up every morning and putting a demand on your day. And that's what profit planning is about. And teach you how to make SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. How many of you don't have SMART profit goals? And I know for a fact that a lot of entrepreneurs don't. Because when I say SMART goals, that is, do you have a specific amount that you want to earn now and a specific amount you want to earn later? You got to have it. When I say measurable, and I'm going to come back later and talk about SMART goals, you have to say, it's like baking a cake. You know you ain't going to just go in the kitchen and throw some flour, throw some butter, throw some sugar in a bowl and throw it in the oven and think that cake going to do anything. How many of you know that? Now, y'all be cooking, and the ones that don't cook, you done seen somebody cook before. You done seen your mama cook. You done seen your grandmama cook. And if your grandmama is just throwing stuff in a bowl, that's because she done it so many times. She's done it so many times. It's a habit. So you got to make making money in your business a habit. So it's got to be measurable. You got to be measuring the money you make. As an entrepreneur, the 2 steps that you need to be doing first thing in the morning. First, you need to hit your knees. Then you need to hit the bank. Did y'all hear what I said? First, you need to hit your knees and thank the Most High for what he's doing in your life. Your next stop need to be the bank. How much money did you bring in yesterday? How much money did you bring in the day before? How much money do you need to bring in today to live the type of life you want to live? It's not a job. It's not. You can have as much money in your business as you know how to create strategically. So if you don't have and there's certain things, and we're going to talk about this in the profit planning session too. If your money not adding up on a day-to-day basis, there are things you can do. If your money's not adding up on a week-to-week basis, there are things you can do. If your money's not adding up on a monthly basis, there are things you can do. If your money is not adding up on a quarterly basis, there are things you can do. You cannot wait until the end of the year and then say, oh my God, I didn't make what I wanted to make in my business last year. Does that make sense to everybody? You can't wait. So make sure you register bit.ly/LuckyMoney2024. I've told you, I've done this profit planning session live for 6 and 7 figure earners. So for you to be able to get this session for $29, you need to hurry up and go get your ticket. Because nothing is going to change until you do. And the first rule of business is that your business must make money. Thank you, JKN Consults. You read my mind. The first rule of business is that your business must make money. And if it's not a business. It's not. When you have a plan in writing, that means you mean business. So guys, I'm going to come back later and talk about smart profit goals, because what you don't want to happen is to wait until the 11th hour to realize that your profit goals are not on pace. Again, it is already March. If you want a 6-figure year, you want a $500,000 year, you want $1 million year, now is the time to get to work. You can't wait until June or July to say, you know what? My earnings are off. That should be something as a business owner. Why do you think that these corporations are so quick to lay people off? They're quick to lay people off because they're always counting their money. And when their money don't add up, they start to trim the fat. How many of you realize that? They don't wait till the end of the year. Girl, they'll trim the fat right before summer. If they need to, they'll trim the fat at Christmas time. They honestly don't care. Whatever it takes to make those numbers add up, that's what they do. So you got to start treating your business like a corporation. And corporations put their money on paper. And you've got to too. So I'll be back a little bit later, guys, probably closer to noon. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Day one, I'm going to do this 100-day hustle on live stream. But day one, guys, I appreciate you. Make sure you sign up for the profit planning session. It's going to be the day after St. Patrick's Day, Monday at 7 p.m. bit.ly/Lucky Money 2024. Have a great morning.